Late March to early April is the time that hedgehogs tend to come out of hibernation. And I found this little chap in the front border when I was digging it over. He was just hiding underneath a shrub. And he was still asleep when he sort of rolled out, and he was obviously still alive. But it's very exposed in the front garden, and I was a bit worried about a cat or something, or fox or something, finding him. So I very gently moved him down to the back garden and put a bit of straw over him and just let him be, really. And hopefully when he wakes up, he'll be okay and on his merry way. There is some info on the website about how to make your garden more hedgehog friendly. I've been trying to develop the very back of my garden, and we've got this sort of jungle hut down there. But where I've cleared the very back of the garden, cleared a shed away and some rubbish and what have you, we've got quite a little area, and we're able to see this rather ugly view of the back of the shed, the back of this hut. So what we wanted to do was to make it into a different aspect of the garden. And the idea was to create it a sort of facade where it would look more like a sort of Thai temple, and also give us the advantage of adding a little bit more on the roof, because we found sitting in there, if it's raining, we do tend to get some water coming in, and we felt we just needed a roof just slightly bigger. We decided that the extension to the roof wouldn't be quite as high as the existing roof, but it would be flat. So we had the option of putting maybe some pots on there. For the roof support and the internal pillars, we just used exterior joists, which was the cheapest option. They're about £8 something each, and we just cemented those in because they're going to be undercover. And we also used the joist for the roof frame. For the actual pillars themselves, well, that was a bit of a headache, and I looked around on the internet for something suitable. I wanted them round, really, and big fence posts were quite expensive, and we opted for some sleepers that we come across at a Blue Diamond garden centre in Great Amwell, and they were a cut price at £25 each for a 2.4 metre sleeper. We discussed at length what we were going to use for the roof, and with my limited building experience, we decided that just decking boards would be the easiest way to construct a roof, rather than tiling or anything extravagant like that. The posts, we cemented them all in using a quick setting post fix, which is really easy to use. It's you just pour it in the hole and then pour some water on top, and it goes off in about half an hour. We thought of the decking boards because obviously it's going to be outside, but we thought they'd be strong, and obviously they're going to be reasonably weatherproof and weather treated, as you would expect of a deck. I also like the texture of them with the grooves in, and I used that along the front of the front of the structure, as well as for the roof. To give it a bit of a temple look, I used some banister, some decking banister rails just to form a V at the front. And as for the inside, we're going to paint it. The structure is not finished on this video, and we're going to have a flat back to it where the bamboo, we can see the bamboo now. We're going to cover that with a flat hardboard and paint it. I suppose we're just trying to create our own little escape.